up against the sort of mid-table team and then automatically weighting the stronger team just because they are stronger. But if I just forgot this was XG, I would very much like Aster.Aries. If they can execute this draft, this game could actually be over in like 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I like... I think I like both of these drafts in all reality. I think that... obviously, it's hard for me to go against Xtreme Gaming's lineup because I think they're a bit stronger. Is this PTP telling me, okay, translate this? I don't know the characters, man. I can't translate stuff.
Who needs Marshall? We have got Lizard on the mic. It's fine.
Yeah, Lizard that knows, hello, how are you? And that's it. It was fun though when I just joined the scene. You know, I was your analyst that was at the time freshest from pro game, right? Because I played it literally a month before, and but I also knew Russian, so I was like translating for everyone the flames in the chat. But yeah, I'm definitely not there yet with any other language. Big Smoke from Xtreme. It's not gonna do much. I guess they're just waiting for someone to come.
No one will show themselves though, so they're not going to be finding themselves a very quick early kill. They might as well content themselves with blocking off some camps to make the laning phase harder for Aster.Aries. Does anybody have any... Let's see. So we've got a blood grenade on this Phoenix. I don't think anyone's going to contest over these bounties, right? I think we're just going to have a nice, clean start. Do you think we're going to have one of these slow games again, Liz, where like 10 minutes in, we've only had one kill?
I don't think these supports are very content on having a super slow game. I think there is a ton of kill potential everywhere. The mid laners are also very volatile when it comes to rotations, so I don't think we're going to have a super slow game. Unless maybe these players have decided to, you know, they made a pact before the match. Let's make everyone look good. No one dies. We all look great. And then we murder each other later on, like 30 minutes in. Which I don't think is beneficial to Aries. Like you always, when you're playing versus Alchemist, you want to be shutting him down. You want to be slowing his farming speed, winning that mid game against him, or going super late when he isn't as strong anymore. By the way, Magnus
Absolutely. Yeah, it is Magnus carry for our boy Ulu. I believe this is... I've never seen him play Magnus before. I'm actually curious how many games he has on this professionally within his career. Of course, lately, all the carry players just have to learn how to play Magnus. But I'm just kind of curious if this is something that he's been prepared for in the past.
I think maybe he hasn't prepared, but any carry at the moment should have Magnus in their repertoire. I think the hero is way too strong. So, yep. And I also think that Marcy is better on the offlane. And he has queued up Aghanims, by the way, straight up. Like just Bracer, Magic Wand Aghanims on Marcy.
I do want to see them play fast. Speaking of the Marcy, they're trying to put pressure onto Ghost here. And Ghost turning around with Unstable Concoction. He's almost going to get the first blood, and you will find it. Will end up taking a tumble to the Fire Spirits of Red Panda. But he claimed the first blood first. Lots of gold in his pockets, closer towards Radiance. Life is good.
Yep, getting that first blood. And also being sent home so he can regen up, not waste any of his regen. It just feels good making that trade.
So apparently this is the 5th professional game that Ulu has played on Magnus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. He has 50% win rate, and the last time he played this was August of 2021. So it's been a while, though, since he's ripped out the mag.
But he has done it before, so yeah, it's good. TK and Kaka on top lane as well, just trading a lot. It's hard to win against Ench. Like, it's not an easy hero to beat in the lane. You have Doom with Devour, and that's nice. TK actually brought him a creep. JT was saving up that Devour, and now he gets a heal amplification aura. Just like that. TK,
nice.
TK brought him a gift.
I don't think Kaka will be getting much gifts, though. I think the gift that he is going to be providing is Ulu with net worth. Telekinesis back. He's got skewer, though, so Ulu chases after him. They don't have access to boots, but they do have access to right-click, so they will be able to bring him down.
Yeah, JT not really contributing a lot there. When it comes to mid, so far it has been kind of even. Pango, I would say even winning, like 17 last hits, 5 denies versus 16 last hits, no denies. Ember usually is good in this matchup. Later on you get some more catch, so we can wait for that portion, I suppose. Alchemist.
In danger here, but
Is he, though?
they don't want to dive him with the unstable concoction. He throws it back onto Shang-Chi, but this time around, there's not enough damage to kill off this Marcy, so she should end up living. Heal up a little bit with the sidekick.
He's literally called the ambulance, but not for me. Just using that stun later on. DY actually wants to go for Marcy, or at least mess with his last hits.
This Marcy, though, has still been finding quite a lot of lost hits. For the most part, Aster.Aries has been pretty fine in the lost hit department. It's surprising that mid is going as well for the Pango as it is, but I think Aster.Aries will still be decently okay with the CS war that they've been engaged in so far. Bottom, might have a kill onto Phoenix. Red Panda in danger and should die here. Attempted Icarus dive will not work out.
That rebound
Very
as
sad.
well. That rebound misses Crystal Maiden. Do you remember what the range on rebound was when the hero got
my
added to
God.
the game? Like, can someone explain what the hell that was? Like, that rebound was literally the single most broken thing.
Speaking of rebound, she might die again, Marcy.
and
She
I'm
tries to
happy.
turn with the sidekick,
I'm
but
happy
she cannot.
dies. Yeah.
Why are you so happy she's dead? She's a cool hero. I thought you wanted to see the Aghanim Scepter.
No, I'm happy she died after reminding me of how broken she was and how many games I lost to that stupid rebound. Like, you literally couldn't approach the lane. She would gank you from the mid lane, like rebound from the mid lane down bottom. It's stupid. Anyways, yeah, I hope they get some farm on Marcy, because it's not the best hero when it comes to making a good comeback. She doesn't need a lot for her ulti to be useful, but she needs a lot for her to be useful all the time.
And of course, it really doesn't help, given that in this game, they absolutely need this hero to pop off quickly so that they can put pressure on the Alchemist. Mid lane, XWI somehow is drawn out with Paparazzi. Who starts off the movements here? Paparazzi has hit 6. Does he try and leverage this somewhere on the map, or do we see that thing that we saw out of Sumel the other day where he waits for his opponent to make the first move before chasing him?
You can react, obviously, but I think it's going to be more about the first rune, who gets this 6-minute rune and rotates DY. Look at Red Panda, he wants him, but he might
But he
die.
knows that going in, it might actually endanger himself, and Red Panda forced to Icarus dive away from this Alchemist. Almost killed DY, but almost lost his own life in the process.
Yeah, the question was, where was Marcy? And Marcy was just chilling, farming. He didn't really want to go on that kill. Ench, TK.
Poor TK, I think, might end up dead here. Paparazzi has Swashbuckle, but out of mana right now. And TK has popped the magic stick. One more right click will make it happen. TK, sadly, is not level 6, so no points into Untouchable to protect you.
Yeah, he did snatch the rune, but Paparazzi will take the bounty instead and still find some regions. So he gets the kill and he finds the rune in the end. It was just perfect for him.
Well, Paparazzi doesn't need to make rotations if kills are coming towards him, so he'll definitely be happy about what has just transpired.
Yeah, he got the arcane boots now as well on that Pangolier. And there's
Gets even better
rotation
because
too.
they might kill Ember. He does have level 6 though, so he's going to be able to remnant away.
Yeah. He needed to
Close.
he needed to start channeling before the frostbite came out. If he starts channeling before the frostbite, then maybe they can kill him. But it's a really rough, difficult play to make. It's not easy. The one lane that has been kind of silent is top, right? Like, we haven't really seen a lot since that first blood. Nothing really happening here. Ulu farming up. I guess nothing can happen against him, but Crystal Maiden is rotating in. Let's see. But they don't have Doom.
They don't, but they do have a lot of damage and a lot of spells here.
So big, though.
Is level 6 right now, being dragged back by the telekinesis, some blood grenades thrown in, and the final frostbite should be good enough to kill him. Was pump faking the RP, but it's not going to be able to save his life.
They're going on Alchemist at the same time, so that's their counterplay, but they don't have the damage.
Yeah, exactly. After they get the rebound, what next? Rolling Thunder instead connects in, and Paparazzi indeed is going to be responding on the map as he shows up to protect the Alchemist, and they kill off this Marcy. Shang-Chi really starting to struggle here, Liz. Getting not much out of this game. And XWY is coming now, but I don't know if he might be a little bit too late here. His team is not nearby. They're thinking about Paparazzi, scouted him a bit, self-stun onto the Alchemist. He's in danger now. Can Ghost get out of here? Shang-Chi is also coming back. They find the slide chains. Double damage rule activated by this Ember, and they will definitely get the kill. He did indeed, Lizard, and Aster.Aries show him why that was such a bad idea.
I don't know what that TP was about. Like, there is literally absolutely no way he TPs, but okay, he attempted it. That's, I guess, for Aries. It looked really bad, by the way. It looked terrible. Like, they lost their Magnus at the same time. Alchemist gets a kill down on bottom with the rotation of Pangolier. Like, it just looked very bad. However, because they managed to kill that Alchemist, I suppose it's sort of a recovery. Like, it's not as bad. They've pressured down the tier 1 tower. They've taken it down even first. So a situation that for me looked really damn bad turned out not being like that horrible any longer.
Still, though, a lot more work to come if they want to ensure that they can still be successful in this game. Alchemist is farming away. Pango has more net worth than he should. And the Doom is also about to enter top 3 category. So net worth is in favor of Xtreme Gaming. We'll see if Aster.Aries decide to make moves on the map to recover their position once their next round of items emerge.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You're not winning the game, but you're not being like absolutely trashed, at least. Red Panda, he's got the egg if he wants to use it here.
It's hard to go on. They're actually gonna zone away Paparazzi. They should be able to claim the positioning over the rune, and they will get the Invis rune. It costs the life of this Enchantress, and the Supernova comes out, but there's no Fire Spirit, so they can't protect the egg. It's gonna get taken down. Doom as well, thrown out onto the Ember Spirit, so they find 3 kills in this mid lane. What the hell happened? Aster.Aries just found themselves getting hard punished by XG.
Okay, yeah, I take that back. Now it's a disaster. So basically what happened is these 3 heroes, the 3 of them, right? They have one single disable. That's the Searing Chains. And for some reason, they tried to poke the Pango. Like, I guess he was the first one that they saw. But there's no way you take him down. There's no way you even get him to 50% HP with just the Searing Chains. Like, you're not gonna kill him. If they saw Kaka, maybe they'd go on him first. They should have probably saved one of the spells and went on him. I expected them to actually, as soon as Rubik showed up, I expected them to dive over him, slow him down a little bit, and then follow up with Ember. But that egg was never gonna work. Like, your level 1 egg versus 3 heroes, even if you hit them with Fire Spirits, it's gonna die.
That's the first usage of that egg. Xtreme Gaming will be very happy, not just because they won that fight, but it allows them to defend their tier 1 middle. We'll see if Kaka dies here, though, because he could open up space for them to push through this area anyway. He's still alive for now. Will eventually take a tumble as XWY finds that kill. That'll open up the space they need, and this Ember once more finds another Searing Chains onto DY. Crystal Maiden hit with some Fire Spirits, a Shockwave, and she will tick out to Red Panda.
Don't lead them to the Ancients, Maiden. Don't lead them to the Ancients. XY... okay, XWY, he wants to actually snatch them away. He has Empower, and he will. Look at this. Okay, like, Aster.Aries are the best teams when it comes to making something out of nothing, you know? That, in this region, is 100% true, sir. This is a team where until actually not even until the Ancients is exposed and falling, until Ulu calls GG, there's still a chance. Yeah, they get the tier 1 tower mid at that 12-minute mark. They open up the map. They also steal the stacks from Ghost, who does have Radiance, but still, it hurt him.
speaking of actually this movement that we just saw middle, do you think they practiced this move with Team Aster? Because they did the Team Aster thing, right? 12 minutes, almost all their heroes were middle, forcing the tier 1 tower to fall.
Yeah, it's an interesting play that I'm seeing from almost everyone right now. Most of the teams are doing it. I'm not sure who started, probably. I saw it first from Team Aster, but I might be wrong. It might be like Crystal Maiden dying.
XWI will be very happy with that. He got very lucky. He got the Javelin proc coming out of the slide that gave the bonus damage to kill the Crystal Maiden. Feels good.
Yeah, Enchantress.
And you drew a lot of attention as well.
Enchantress helping a little bit with that Mud Golem stun. They should make like new voice lines for these like Mud Golems. They should say something like "Nya, nya," as they throw the rock, you know.
Now the animation right now and the sound is not very audible at times.
They're known to be the derps of Dota, so the smoke, yeah, coming down bottom. Kaka leading the charge.
Let's see. So Shanxi is here, TK is here. Not much vision from Xtreme Gaming. They do pop a scan out on the other side of the map, in fact. Aster.Aries, they pop DY smoke with TK, but TK also doesn't expose himself whilst doing so. That was a very sick move and a good understanding of the map from Aries to get away from this gank and still keep their own heroes farming.
Yeah, they move back. They what are they waiting for, though? Let's see. Magnus is going for Blink Dagger Harpoon, whichever comes first. I'm not sure. I've seen players do both. Actually, he goes for Blink Dagger BKB Harpoon now. So he has switched things up a little bit. Can disassemble that Echo, obviously, to make things faster. Marcy going for Aghanim's Basher BKB. These guys, like, you can say anything about them, but they know what they want, you know? They know what their item timings are and what they want to get eventually.
We do have them smoke up right now as they've just finished off a Maelstrom from December Spirit. So they have some damage from him. Ulu has the Echo Saber with the Mask of Madness. So he hurts quite a bit. Let's see what they get out of this little adventure. Sadly, the area of the map they're collapsing onto only has a hidden Doom. It's not that easy to pounce on. And I don't think they'll be able to reach him in time here, Liz. So I think the smoke will just peter out. And they'll just be happy to have dropped the ward in the retreat.
It's kind of hard to make these smoke plays on the new map. After you've taken down the bottom tier 1 tower and the mid tier 1, smoking into the Radiant jungle, you're probably not going to find anyone. If they're farming, they'll be farming all the way down bottom. But Xtreme Gaming, they're getting that BKB on Ghost. He has a blink, but he was also under vision. He's scouted together with Kaka.
Maybe a fight that breaks out here in the Dire jungle as they go in first onto Ghost. Ghost, RP will not connect just yet. Beautiful toss back from Kaka, but it's not going to be good enough. Ghost will nonetheless end up killed off as the entirety of Aster.Aries collapses on top of him.
Yeah, some mind games being played there. You could see Kaka lifting Ulu not really using RP. He was just fake pumping it. They didn't even need the RP, so it's good that he didn't use it. But you saw the power of Rubik. It was demonstrated a little bit, right? Like, that's basically the way he works versus Mag. You can't RP, and if you fake pump it, you're just going to get lifted and tossed away. Still, though, they killed the Alchemist. He's switching up his idea of BKB into SNY.
They're going middle, though, to try and get some vengeance here. The Swashbuckle, weirdly enough, ends up missing, but the Doom will not. Shanxi will certainly end up dead here. Paparazzi pops Rolling Thunder just to be 100% certain. But he got the BKB before he died, so not that much gold wasted away from the Marcy anyway. They can probably actually, as soon as they respawn, smoke up with her, now that they know that the Doom is going to be down.
Yeah, and Paparazzi really struggled to use his Rolling Thunder properly there. He used the Swashbuckle over the Marcy, then he Rolling Thunder is in one direction, then he realizes, okay, this is not a good angle, I need it the other way, then the other way. They do get the kill in the end. But it just looked funny. Red Panda?
That should be fine. I think JT knows there's no point without Doom of trying to kill off this Phoenix.
TK,
however,
though.
Enchantress might be a much easier customer. They drop the freezing field, just to be certain.
They heal
And that
her.
will enable them to kill Enchantress. I don't know why Red Panda didn't want to get the heal, but Red Panda was setting up for some kills here, Liz. They go in, they bring down DY, and now JT having to contend with the BKB of Shaanxi. You killed me middle, I'm about to kill you top, my friend. And there's no way JT gets out of this.
Maybe.
Ulu's here for good measure, and they bring him down. Ulu's the one that gets the last hit as well.
Maybe in some other game he'd get out, but he does have the purge creep, right? So the dispel is really nice here, dispelling all those slows. In the future, at least, it might be helpful. And he's very tanky, by the way. For a Doom, he went for Crimson Guard. Like, you see it, but you don't see it super often. Like, usually you see some, I don't know, Octarines and stuff, which he is building next, but...
Would like Octarine Core once it does emerge. That in tandem with the 20 talents feels so good on this Doom hero. This Pangolier for Paparazzi came out of the lanes in a very strong fashion. The post-laning phase hasn't been as fruitful for him, but still been doing really well in the net worth department. Just picked up a Basher, so they could actually go fight again. They have Doom online in the next 15 seconds.
Yeah,
Got a Basher on this Pangolier, it's time to go.
Yeah, there's going to be a BKB on Alchemist, most likely. It's flying out, so you will have all your big items. You are not that far ahead, though, so this next fight could be anyone's. DY, you are going on him.
US
Ghost is ready,
very
though.
low, and he's actually gonna die. Ghost goes back in, finds a stun onto this Phoenix, but Phoenix gets off the Supernova. He's gonna get popped very early on, though. RP has been utilized, went onto Paparazzi, but they can't get the kill just yet. Doom now thrown in onto XWY, so this Ember Spirit, he came in to help provide damage, but he's only helping to provide his life to the coffers of XG. JT somehow escaping the fight as XWY forced to buy back. In the meantime, Ghost trying to just chop down wood and clean up on the back end of the fight. But as his BKB expires, he wants to escape. Kaka on the north side. He's around XWY. He does get his blink off. And XWY is out of remnants now. So Kaka might actually escape. The slide chains will not connect. So the Rubik will be fine. Skirts behind the Roshan pit. Has a TP scroll. And the Magician will be fine.
Yeah, good fight overall for Xtreme. They force out the buyback from Ember. I'm not sure if that was necessary or not, but they will utilize that buyback to go into the pit. However, Alchemist and Crystal Maiden, they're rotating in. They're smoked up. Rubik obviously already there.
Oh, no.
And now you have to go...
This is actually so unfortunate for XG. Because Rubik was prepared, like you say, right? Kaka could have set up something for them with the Blink Dagger. But because Roche leaves, they can't do it anymore. It feels so bad.
I love how DY is actually checking it, even though, yeah, bro, like...
And in the meantime, they found Paparazzi. Yeah. They got him after they came through the Twin Gate. They had vision here as he was in the area.
Okay, yeah, that's very unfortunate. I completely agree. Very, very unfortunate. Now they can't contest it anymore. The Pangolier dying, it just seals the deal. By the way, what do you think? When someone is clicking the Twin Gates, his face should start appearing on the other Twin Gate a little bit. A blurry, you know, like distorted out face, like
That would be pretty cool.
torn by gravitation, but you could see it, like both teams see it.
Yeah, so sort of like a, you know the animation you get from Reflection on Terrorblade? Something similar to that, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it solidifies on one side.
You sort of see it as it's happening, right? By the way, what's the number 0 over the gate? Is it a... What is that? Nick, I never paid attention. Do you know?
I've also been wondering, since I saw it, like, what is this? I actually have no idea, if I'm honest.
Is it like the number of heroes using it or something? I don't know.
Whoever in chat is aware of what this 0 means, please let us know. Because we have no idea.
Yep,
So for this game right now, since they have this Aegis, they're taking Tormentor. There's some Wisdom runes available for supports to get some experience. So what do you want to see right now from Xtreme Gaming? You mentioned that they have a gold lead, sure, but you know you're playing with Alchemist. You anticipate still having a gold lead at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
But it's not comfortable, their position at present. So what do they need to do to solidify their presence here?
I think it's not comfortable at all, yeah. Like, they're getting their farm. But these fights, they do come out on, like, the initiation, right? Like, they get resolved by who initiates first. That's how I feel, because you have some really big spells. Like you have JT with Doom. I think that's massive. If you can get it on top of like Ember after the Aegis is gone, like you can easily take an amazing fight. He doesn't have... Actually, he does have a Lincoln, so that's not going to be easy. But he does have a Purge creep as well on JT. Dooming Ember is difficult. I actually think Aries are in a much better spot at the moment, but they have to execute it properly. Let's see. They smoke up.
Going on 4 heroes. TK is not here, but TK, he's the one that they want to reveal that they have a new Hurricane Pike on him, so he has a lot of damage output. These two supports with the damage outlay from Aries, these are the two supports that Smile and Planet set those records with in Season 2. Phoenix as well as Enchantress. And we know what can happen as this game scales. Their damage output does become very problematic for XG to deal with.
I haven't seen a lot of Enchantresses actually doing this. Recently, Enchantresses are... There's just so many good support items that you usually see them buying, like Pavis, Glimmer Cape, you know, stuff like that. But every now and then, Enchantress can remind you just how strong she is with the right clicks. He's got a Grove Bow as well. So Grove Bow, Hurricane Pike, it's a lot of damage.
See that they get a quick jump onto Kaka here. He will pop the Lincolns, has a Spirit Vessel on him, and he should end up dead. By the way, very interesting, Red Panda opted to just buy his own Aghanim shard instead of dealing with the Tormentor with his team. So they value that shard highly enough that they don't want to take the RNG approach. They're like, we're getting this to win fights. Who cares about the Tormentor?
Yeah, it's pretty big on him. It's a really nice shard on Phoenix. Is it... I mean, it's good versus tanky heroes as well. But I'm just thinking, is it that worth? Like, just getting closer to a Hex or a Refresher is just as good. And you can then play on the fact that you might get it, might not. Because let's say now you're not getting it. Who's getting it? Enchantress. Enchantress's shard is dog. It's terrible.
It's not that bad, bro.
I mean, the good part is you can take multiple creeps. Yeah. So that's nice.
Little Friends is an ass ability, but the better enchant is quite nice.
Yeah.
They've got the tier 2 tower top lane. They're actually chasing JT. Ulu gets doomed here for this, but the question is, can JT escape? Shanxi rebounds in the wrong direction, and JT actually going to be allowed to get out because of this. Okay, he also drew some heroes back from Aster.Aries as they thought they were going to be able to catch him. So that ends the push on the tier 2's middle as well.
Yeah, they don't want to fight as long as there's an Aegis on Ember. That Aegis now will be reclaimed in 30 seconds, but you will not have Doom for an extra 60 after, so it still gives Aries an opportunity to fight. Albeit...
Dive scan! Oh, Trigger's top! They got Paparazzi. They don't have vision of him though, so they don't know who it is. Will Red Panda decide to scout this? Dude, why is Paparazzi so good? I think he realizes that there's some danger. But he's doing the age-old thing, my friend. Play around your wards. Goes to where he thinks he's safe. Sadly, there's some wards on him, but they're too far away to catch him. So they're going to go middle instead. Looking towards DY. There is an RP to throw out, but they're not going to utilize it for a lowly Crystal Maiden. Instead, Shanxi will happily throw out the Unleash and secure the kill.
Yeah, they are showing now. Basically, Phoenix, Red Panda, he was watching as Pangolier goes bottom. They know that Alchemist is bottom, so there's absolutely nothing stopping them from taking the tier 2 mid. They should be taking it. Let's see if they commit to it. I believe that's the best play. I love Enchantress's 2 raid bands that she just purchased, by the way. Like, just a bonus 20 attack speed coming from that. 8 intelligence as well, so some more damage. It's... Okay, let's see. How much is a Hyperstone? Hyperstone is 2k and it's 60 attack speed. 2 raid bands cost you 1,000.
Like 900, yeah.
1,000, yeah, and they give you 20 attack speed. So it's not really that worth, I guess, but you get it. You get the items easier. You get the items easier. There are small items for a support to get, and they fill out your inventory. You look cool. Also, you look cool. Also, you look cool.
Also makes you a little bit tankier. Bonus armor, bonus HP, on top of the damage outlay that it increases.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see why I went for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels a little weird, but it does give you a little bit of everything, right? Like, you can dish out more impetuses because you have more int. Makes you tankier, like you just said. Smoke up from XG. They do have that Doom again.
All spells are online right now, and Aster.Aries are aware that this is the case. They don't have any positive vision for themselves that currently scouts out XG, but once the smoke pops, they do have a very nice defensive ward on the high ground. And XG, they don't find anybody, and the angle of approach is a bit difficult since they also don't have clear vision. So they're going to be forced back here with no kills.
Yeah, a ton of sentries were on top, and look at this now. Aries, they're the ones smoking up. They can catch Doom and Pango.
They skewer back the Doom. There's a big supernova drop down. They're going to send in Ghost to try and deal with the egg, and they do get it down. JT still alive in this fight, will end up losing his life. He threw the Doom in onto Ulu. Ghost right now going directly onto the Marcy and dealing with her. They're forcing back XWY. Can't play with the rest of his team. There's a remnant on the high ground, but there's chain disable from Paparazzi. So there's a dead Ember. TK was trying to throw damage in from the high ground with the impetus shots. Eventually, they turn their attention towards him and very quickly bring him down. A 3-4, 4-4 FA rather, and that was with them skewering back JT, but it all went south in a hurry. They couldn't kill him before the Doom came out.
I can't believe they lost that fight so badly. Like, they are a little bit behind on net worth. It's understandable. You're playing versus Alchemist, but look at this replay. Like, I thought that was an easy double RP right there. But instead, what happens is he gets doomed. I think maybe as Magnus, you should be hitting them still, but it's hard to say. Probably not. Escaping as that Doom is on you is probably better. And the stun lock was there on Ember. I think two biggest mistakes of this fights for Aries were the skewer back on only one hero, and that's the Doom who just gets to Doom you. And the second one was the egg. It was on the low ground. Like, you had an opportunity to put that egg on high ground there, but probably he expected... I think what he expected was the RP to be more effective, to hit two heroes instead of just one skewer back.
Have we seen an RP this game, actually?
I don't
like
think so,
a big
right?
one, an effective one.
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually... We're not even seen the spell at all.
JT,
honestly.
Ulu, he's caught again.
He is indeed, and this is an awkward place to be. He's thinking about RPing. He does eventually throw it off. Skewer got stolen by Kaka, and he's trying to escape. He got doomed. There's got forced off away from TK, but Kaka has the blink, has the zap, has the kill. And they're going to get some bonus out of this as well, as TK is going to find himself just being dessert. So that's the Aries. Their fortunes have turned around almost completely.
Yeah.
And well, we wanted an RP, we saw it, Lizard, but it's not the one we thought we would be getting in a game like this.
At least it didn't get stolen, right? But it gets worse for Aries, as Roshan, obviously. It's daytime, it has respawned. They go straight into the pit with acid spray, with salt chorus. This should be very easy. JT though,
Oh gosh.
did they catch him? Maybe that's a decent punish, but no, he's out. Oh,
Let's see, XWY going in, cancels the TP. Nicely done. Ember will be able to catch out this Doom.
They have
the
twin
question
gates,
is,
though.
can they kill him? Because they have twin gates, exactly. Reinforcements are en route. They do eventually catch him in the corner. They even pop a supernova for this. Paparazzi is like, all right, if they use supernova, sure, but Ghost, he's channeling up a stun. He wants to go in for this, Liz. He throws the stun in towards Shang-Chi. BKB is not at the ready anymore. XWY interrupting Paparazzi and preventing the Pango from going deeper into the fight. So Ghost can't do it all alone. Will realize he needs to retreat here. And in fact, Ulu
Kaka
goes in onto Kaka, who also came through these twin gates. Maybe his movement was a little bit optimistic on the Rubik, and he will end up dead because of it.
Everyone joining the fight a little bit later, one by one, through that twin gate. Because they didn't all straight go into it after Rosh. They kind of moved a little bit into the lane. Yeah, that egg wasn't that bad, by the way, from Red Panda, because he doesn't necessarily know exactly how many heroes are following up. And when you are making a pickoff such as the one on Doom, who's extremely tanky, that egg makes sure that there's no instant retaliation from XG. So they get a couple of really nice kills, even though they lose Rosh and Aegis. Like right now, it still feels like Xtreme Gaming, they're just a little bit sharper when it comes to execution. They're playing these team fights much better.
Yeah. Just have a very clear awareness of exactly who to go on, how to approach this. That being said, though, as expected, Aster.Aries is still making this game very entertaining. Yes, they have a 10k net worth deficit, but they still have all their tier 2 towers. They still have lots of space on the map to be able to farm. They still have heroes that can still scale towards the latter portion of the game. So they're on the back foot, their backs are against the ropes, but this game is kind of far from over, Liz.
For sure, there are ways for both of these teams to scale extremely well into the late game. I would even say that maybe Aries can scale when it comes to the right clicks themselves. They can perhaps scale even better because you have the Ench, you also getting that damage. You have the Marcy. She's actually opted not to go for the Aghanims. Instead, full damage. Like Basher, Crit, BKB, Daedalus next.
Let's go.
He wants to be bringing the hurt.
Everyone's going to just be outlaying damage on the side of Aries. They do end up losing their tier 2 tower in the top lane, but they counter by taking the tier 2 away bottom. So they actually have more map control on the side of Aster.Aries, despite being behind in net worth.
They also have these creeps running around all the time, right? Like, that's a bonus thing. Enchantress is just pushing the lanes. Like, you can see the Alpha Wolf on the mid lane right now. It's doing its work. It's like this creep dishes out a ton of damage. Like, he has plus 89. So, like, he kills creeps. It's one of the best things about Ench. Even when you're dead, you're farming or pushing in.
It's even better now because you got the 2 creeps to be able to enchant, since they did bring down that Tormentor. So TK doing a lot of work on this map. And just picked up an Aghanim Scepter, dude. Full Sprink available now on this Enchantress. Where did he find this money? He doesn't even have a Philly Stone or anything.
Yeah, it's from doing exactly what we just showcased. Even if he's dead, he's just sending creeps on lanes and they're pushing in. It's like Lycan with the Shard. It's just constant. You're constantly getting some passive gold. Red Panda, though.
Well, yeah, JT's about to get some active gold, as Red Panda's gonna gift him a little bit of extra juice. Yep. Paparazzi, dude, Paparazzi is just not landing anything today. Feels bad, man.
He's not having a good time.
There's a fight happening a bit more north side, though, as they found Shanxi as well. Ghost gets another kill for himself. Has a Nullifier, Blink, Abyssal, Radiance, AC.
It just feels
really
like
want to end the game soon.
Yeah, it just feels like Aries plays very well and then they just fall asleep. They doze off a little bit and they get caught on these heroes that really shouldn't be getting caught the way they are. It's so hard for Phoenix to survive versus Doom, by the way. Like, usually all you do is you Fire Spirit, then you Sunray and you TP out and he can't even use Infernal Blade on time. But he's been, well, dooming the Ember on top.
Yeah, let's see. He doesn't have reinforcements with him right now. So far, this is a solitary mission that JT is embarking upon. And sadly, I'm not sure if this mission will be a successful one. The Doom is about to elapse. XWI is out.
Very close. Very close. Yeah, XWI very happy with how that happened. Meanwhile, they don't have the Aegis anymore, so only Cheese to work with on the Pango. A lot of time has been stalled by Aries, and this should be a smoke. Like, look at them, clumping all together.
Let's see, do they have anything big to reveal off the back end of the smoke? This Marcy just picked up the recipe for Daedalus. It's flying in right now. So they have that bonus damage to reveal.
Butterfly.
Their opponents are fairly far away, though.
What do you think about Butterfly on Magnus, by the way?
Butterfly Mag, I didn't even drop this.
Butterfly
Nice.
Mag, yeah. Is it nice? It's interesting.
Okay, so he doesn't need more damage, right?
Yeah.
With Empower and everything, he has 500 damage already. Attack speed is nice, but I think the big thing is this gives him a secondary tool of survivability. It's not just BKB. If he gets doomed, he can actually potentially survive the fight because of all this evasion.
Kaka actually manages to TP just before Red Panda scouted him out. By the way, this Aghanims on Enchantress, I feel like the best usage of it is actually farming. Like, you get so much farm out of the Aghs. Of course, in fights later on, it's gonna come in handy. Unless you die first, DK is kinda deep.
Yeah, he's underworlds. He is very, very dead. Doesn't have buyback either because he's expended so much of this money.
And he's such a big part of their high ground defense. I don't think that it's easy for XG though to push high ground. Enchantress is not. She's not the kill. Like you need something much bigger.
They're still not playing with an Aegis right now, so we'll certainly want to just control the map, not take any unnecessary risks. Down bottom, XWI might get doomed again by JT. And then DT will. This time, though, there are reinforcements because Paparazzi already making the TP in on top of this outpost. Nobody here to reinforce XWI. Swashbuckle, hey! This time it does hit. And they should be able to find the kill.
And it was exactly what they needed. Magnus?
Yeah, Magnus also got caught. He doesn't have RP. He has it, but hasn't been able to get it off, and he dies. They got him 100-0 without him casting any spells, getting off a BKB, no nothing.
Yeah, this is...
He just dies heads up.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I was talking about. Like there's a cloak of flames on the ground, by the way, but no one cares about that. They just want to push. Enchantress will try to defend it a little bit, but Aries, once again, like they're doing fine, and then they just start getting picked off one after another.
Yeah, a fight's gonna happen now. This is gonna be even worse if they lose these heroes here. Shang-Chi in with the BKB, trying to deal with this Alchemist, but Ghost has too much survivability. That being said, though, with this buyback from XWI, they are able to bring down Ghost. Supernova did pop for that as well. Paparazzi in with the Rolling Thunder. Can't save DY's life, though. And JT has no more Doom, so they can't really do anything to this BKB Ember Spirit. XWI, as his BKB is about to finish, Paparazzi just jumps onto Red Panda and kills him off. Kaka stole Sunray as well. And he's doing a lot of work with it in this fight.
Ulu is back.
He bought back. Oh no, he does have RP, but he's already used his Blink Dagger. They found no targets. Kaka will get caught up by this Ember Spirit, lifts himself away, but I have absolutely no faith he survives this fight. And he will get brought down. It is only 3 heroes though. And Lizard, they brought back on 2 of their cores for this. It doesn't feel like it's fully worthwhile, even though they do defend the base.
100% it doesn't feel, unless maybe they get this Rosh. The unfortunate part of it is he's gonna remain here for 30 more seconds, so you have to be really fast about it. They have to go in. Enchantress has to be actually damaging and not just tanking it with... Okay, I think you need impetus here too. Let's see, Pango not really going top, so they should get at least the Aegis out of it. So, what are the upsides? They defended, they killed off the Alchemist, they are getting Rosh. It's gonna have Refresher for perhaps Ulu. So you're going to be dealing with double RP in the future. Another positive is Enchantress survived through the whole duration of that fight. She's getting very difficult to deal with, getting like hitting harder and harder. She will be most likely taking that Empower buffs as well in the next fights. If they're careful enough, I think they should be doing that. So there are some positives for Aries, even though they expended a lot of buybacks. Now, what I really want to see from them is some more stacked up gameplay. Like, don't get picked off one by one anymore. If you manage to do that, I think there's a fair shot for them in this game.
Aster.Aries, a team that exemplifies volatility more than any other within our region. You know what they remind me of, actually? This Aster.Aries is basically like Ichigo in Bleach. At their strength, at maximum strength, you're just like, oh my god, this guy can do basically
what?
anything.
They remind you of what?
Ichigo from Bleach. You know when...
What the hell is that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, Bleach, the anime?
Snare, I think I'll stop casting with you in the future. Don't hit me with anime references, man. What the hell? Why are you a weeb?
Why are you weeb? I am big weeb.
Smoke?
Well, smoke action happening. Ulu is very far. Ulu, my friend. Ulu? Ulu? Okay. He dies at the Sages. His team is coming back to help him. They come through, Rolling Thunder will be there, and they get the Doom out onto Ulu as well, and Ulu's just dead. Shang-Chi jumped in with the Marcy, but can't really do anything. Supernova does manage to stun 3 heroes, and he manages to ensure that Kaka can't steal the Nova, but he does still die nonetheless. TK attempting to TP out, but it is only an attempt as he dies as well. 3 heroes taken away, a dieback on the Magnus.
Yeah.
And all of this for what, Lizard? This did not need to happen.
This definitely did not need to happen. I think he just felt a little bit too secure because of the fact that he has Aegis. He's feeling, yeah, they can't do anything to me. I have Aegis. I'm gonna stand in front even if they smoke. And XG, they took that bluff. They went on him. They kill him once without the Doom, then they use the Doom afterwards. Doom also has Refresher now anyway, so he could use it twice.
Look at Kaka jumping in. They find XWY. They find the additional stun. They pop the Linkens, and now they pop the Life of the Ember. That's also a dieback, as he's in the grave for 2 minutes. TK brought back to defend, but I think this is the game, potentially.
This is 100% the game. Like, there's no comeback from this. Magnus... Ulu did not have the best game. Like, and it's not only him. The whole... Like, this last pick-off definitely wasn't him. Like, he's the one that got caught. But the whole team of Aster.Aries, they just didn't play a disciplined game of Dota. And I'm not sure why, because they can be disciplined.
Rolling Thunder now. Paparazzi going in, isolating these two supports, ensuring that Ghost has the space to knock over the lane of Rax in the mid lane. And with 2 Rax taken, they're going for the jugular. They know that XWI is still gone for another 75 seconds. They have cheese, and to make matters worse, because Kaka stole stun ray, how do you even go onto Ghost?
They don't have creeps. Like, the creep wave wasn't pushing down bottom fast enough, so maybe that will help them. Doom,
well,
mid.
JT jumps in, gets 2 Dooms, one on the Phoenix, and then he follows it up onto Shang-Chi. Both of them should be dead off the back of this. Neither of them have access to a secondary life. They both buy back, though. Gonna try and force this fight. Supernova was popped, but it's too far away. Ghost throws a stun back, but Ghost, he's in a little bit of danger. Doesn't have BKB anymore and will die. TK and Chunksy doing the Lord's work. JT, in the meantime, he's also going to get brought back. He tried to run interference, but now he's being chased by Ulu and the gang, and they should be able to bring him down. He Midases before going down, but the sprink from TK will ensure that he does die off. Paparazzi also on the high ground. Goes in, Rolling Thunder. There's no more BKBs onto these Aster.Aries heroes. He's turning around onto Red Panda. TK is here, but he can't ensure he lives. And Paparazzi, bro! Kaka. It has to stop. Kaka, at the very least, goes in with the Fade Ball to ensure that they can kill Red Panda.
Oh, TK actually had a kill there on Kaka, but he didn't have impetus. Like, he used the Sproink, but I'm not sure if he didn't have enough mana for impetus or if it was just not on autocast, because it wasn't on autocast when I clicked. Very unfortunate. A couple of... I'm surprised that the game will continue, by the way, but it will. Off of a refresher shard used by Magnus as well. It managed to catch JT, bring him back into the egg, finish him off a little while later. Ghost also dying. Like, he is 6-slotted, but you can see it's an alchemist. You can still take him down. He feels like paper later on.
We've already gotten to that point where he has hit his critical mass.
Yeah,
and,
he's just giving away Aghanim Scepters at this point, right?
Also, I think that's crazy for me about that fight is the melee barracks in the top lane came down to like 480 HP. They almost got megas out of this.
Yeah, it would be definitely more difficult for Aries to play against megas, but they do have heroes that can deal with that. Like, you have Ember, you have Marcy, you have Magnus. Like, these are all heroes. Even Enchantress, she can tank them up. So it does become a problem because you can't push out as easily. The game isn't over when the megas happen. That's all I'm saying. By the way, I called it. I said this game was over. I ate my words. It's gonna continue.
Are gonna continue for quite a bit of time. Well, Paparazzi wants to make sure we don't continue that long. Picks up an MKB. Now they have another way to get through the Magnus Butterfly. Man, rough being Ulu. You're either being doomed up and controlled, or now Paparazzi has a way to directly hit you.
Look at them just drawing that line. Go for the racks, boys. Let's do it. I'm not sure that's like necessary that much for them. They don't have to go ham on the racks. Like, they have this double dome with the refresher. They can just do that instead. Who got the axe, by the way? You mentioned it.
Axe from the Roshan or just the pickup? Enchantress.
Just the alchemists. He made an axe.
Oh, the alchemist. He made an axe. Who got it? Let's see. Pango. It looks like Pango.
Yeah.
Bango. It's a very good axe. Right now, with the shield rune and an negative scepter, killing Paparazzi feels impossible, so
Not giving it.
Aries even find them.
No, not giving it to Kaka. What disrespect.
That'll be the next one. The second one will go to Kaka.
He's got 7.5k gold. He can literally buy anything in the game right now. This Rubik is sitting on, like... you rarely see Rubik sitting on so much cash. He's waiting for the crash, man. He's saving up to buy... to buy when it's...
So Kaka's a prepper, I see.
Yeah, they might get them from behind. Look at this. Nice little rotation from Aries.
But they got the racks. That's what they wanted first. They go in and bring down Kaka from Aries. Ulu does get doomed, as is his want. There will be a supernova in the midst of the fight. Ghost, JT, and Paparazzi want to take down the egg, and they do manage to do so as there's no RP to stop them. They also chop through the HP of Marcy. So Shang-Chi is dead too. TK getting abandoned by the rest of his team. I say that, but XWY comes back in with the BKB active. He wants to try and run down Ghost. There's no more BKB on Ghost. RP comes out. Ghost does get off the cheese though, but he might still end up dead. Secondary Doom will emerge. There's the stolen RP from Kaka. Saves the fight. They lose Ghost, but they're gonna still rinse through Aster.Aries. There will be buybacks en masse on Ulu and XWY yet again as JT
That's a
now forced
dieback.
to run himself away. XWY really wants to chase him and kill him. They die back on Kaka, yes indeed. So they get Ghost, they get Kaka. They did require buybacks of their own though, and they still do end up losing the racks, and they have to play against Megas regardless.
It's crazy how these fights are going. Like, Xtreme is 43k ahead. 43,000 gold ahead. And these fights, they are still not... Look, they are winning them. Don't get me wrong. They're not buying back the Alchemist. They just bought back the Rubik. But they're not super decisive fights in which they clean them up. That's what you should expect from a team. You should expect a full cleanup if you're 43k ahead. But that's, I guess, the power of Doom and Alchemist on one team. You're going to have a lot of damn gold on your side.
More net worth than God.
Just
This fight, I really can't believe how daring XWI is, dude. This guy has no chill at this back end of the game. That being said, if not for this cheese that the Alchemist got off and for Kaka stealing RP, Aries would have demolished this fight even harder.
Yeah, I completely agree. Is Rosh up? Yeah, it is. They're already in. It's like XG, they don't want to allow this to happen, but they have to be careful. They don't have the Alchemist or the Rubik.
Shang-Chi is going forward. Pops BKB on the Marcy. They bring back DY at the very least. Should be able to get one kill there. Very smartly done by the Alchemist. Brings in his gem, or the courier to snatch the gem immediately as the Crystal Maiden dies.
The problem for Aries is these Megas are hitting your tier 4s. Like, the second tier 4 is about to fall. And now your throne is open.
XWI did indeed have to go back to defend this. Rolling Thunder from Paparazzi. Lets them kill Red Panda. DY also bought back. And XWI, he knew that he had to defend the base,
JT.
like you said, it's being just mauled down. JT does manage to catch a little bit of vision onto Shang-Chi, and there's no BKB, no mana, and no more life available for the Marcy. The Doom was expended. Oh, Shiva's God happens to clip this Enchantress in the trees, so she's going to end up dead as well. No way out of this one.
She's got Sproing. She's very tanky. She will die eventually. It's just that it will take them a bit longer. And you might think...
Oh my God, she's still alive.
Yeah. The talent on 20. The talent on 20 is just stupid. Plus 65, untouchable attack slow. Okay. Another Aghanim Scepter. Everyone is going to get an axe. Eventually on XG. And the problem of that fight was, like, you want to take the Rosh, Doom, Doomed Ember, Ember
Spirit should be... Is he dead? Alive? Dead? Denied? At least he gets denied. But I don't think JT cares. JT just knows it's a dieback. So now they have to try and somehow defend this game 4v5. And to make it worse, it's about to be 3v5 because Ulu's also dead to the Rolling Thunder. JT moving in here so they can provide some damage onto TK. The Shiva's God will zone back the rest of Aries. And as they kill off TK, Red Panda is the final remaining member. They might want to go onto the Supernova Egg. Can they kill it before the game ends? They cannot. Doesn't matter though, because XG will claim game number 1. GG, well played is called.